Today on the channel from the Jakks Classic Superstars Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack wave, Series 2, we've got Mankind and we've got The Undertaker.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars 2-pack unboxing and review. And today from the Series 2 of the 2-pack line, we got the Toys R Us exclusive Mankind Undertaker 2-pack. But remember, for all your modern day wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Mankind, The Undertaker 2-pack. Very cool, very iconic, no doubt, but felt a little bit weird in Series 2 of the 2-packs, coming off of all tag teams in Series 1. But talk about a defining moment, if there ever was one, for The Undertaker's career and Mankind's career. This really took Mankind to that next level, and I still remember getting that pay-per-view with my buddies in high school. We were all up in my room, I had like 5 of us total, and I remember just all of us looking at each other. We could not believe it when Mankind went off that cell. It was just one of those things, and to see it live way back in the day, just absolutely amazing. And obviously a lot of people have seen it a million times. People that aren't even wrestling fans have seen that, him getting thrown off the cell before. So just an absolute wild ride. Of course, I was a huge Mick Foley fan even before this, but even a bigger fan after, if that was even possible. But very, very iconic and cool to get them in a 2-pack here. Just would have rather had it maybe down the line a little bit more. I don't know, it's kind of a victim of circumstances coming off of such a hot Series 1 in here into Series 2. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other ones here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's dive in. Let's see what the Taker and Mankind are up to. And there they are, looking only like they could look in Classic Superstars Series 2. Got the table in between them, looking, kind of settling them up, dividing them right there. But you got the Classic Superstars packaging in the 2-pack. Glamour shots on the side, of course. There it is on the side, Mankind and The Undertaker. Very interesting to note is on the glamour shot in the back, he does have a smiley face tie on. Right here, no smiley face tie on. So we see a lot of package changes between the back and the front. Same thing with Taker, looks to be the same as far as Sarah tattoo, things like that. So very interesting to see a little bit of differences there. But there's the back, the big cross cell down below, Series 5, Iron Sheik, my boy Terry Funk, Nikolai Volkov, of course Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, King Kong Bundy, and Brutus the Barber, the Beefcake on the back there. Tail of the tape, glamour shots. Let's see what it says about Taker and Mankind. Mankind debuted in 1986, kinda, I guess, his wrestling career, but not as Mankind. Weight 287 pounds. Finishing move, the Mandible Claw. Titles, WWE Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion, WWE Hardcore Champion. Let's see, favorite quote, have a nice day. Well, thank you, Mike, I will. Undertaker debuted 1989, weight 304 pounds. Finishing move, the Tombstone Piledriver, Choke Slam, and The Last Ride. Titles, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Tag Team Champion, and Hardcore Champion. Favorite quote, rest in peace. There you go, and we will rest in peace. But very, very cool. Very iconic, like I said. Let's get it out of the pack, and I've never had this loose in my hands before, so first time around the sun here for me with this pack. Well, we get the extra bubble for the table. How about that? There we go. See you later. Goodbye. Put a little spin on it, but we do get a plastic prison for the table. Here it is. Look at that. Everybody loves a table. And man, can you imagine? See you later. And maybe you can, because maybe you were a little kid when this kind of stuff was out. But when I was a little kid, we had to create our own tables and chairs and things like that. It was such a game changer with the Bone Cruncher line and stuff to actually get chairs and tables and things like that. Very cool. We take it for granted nowadays, but there was a time where you had to get inventive and invent your own things. Some fun to that, but on all honesty, I liked making my own stuff, but I would have loved to have this when I was a little kid in my playing days. Very, very cool, very iconic. Not quite the same table this represents, but I guess close enough to be dangerous. We'll call it that. So we do get the table there. We do get the old plastic prison for Mankind and Taker. Two guys we had a lot of figures from, of course, in the Jakks days and in the Classic Superstars days as well. And we're going to go see you later off to the side over there. And we're going to start with Mankind first because I like him more than The Undertaker. There you go, I said it. Taker's one of those guys, obviously respect, been around forever. I'm a Mean Mark guy. Mean Mark, but Undertaker, no denying, one of the greatest performers of all time in wrestling, as we do know. But then we get old Mick Foley, Mankind here, and first thing I wanted to know, and yes, it does, the mask is removable on Mick Foley. So for those keeping track at home, the mask is removable, the Mankind mask. We've actually seen this head sculpt and mask in the past, so we're getting some reuse there, and it does make sense. Talked about the tie, all black tie on this one, where it was the smiley face tie on the back of the package. You got an open hand here, you got a little gripping hand over on this side, you got the taped fist over here, taped wrist tape over here. You got the brown pants going on, the black boots, the white beat-up shirt. Definitely Mankind. There's no mistaking who this is, I think. And most people, almost everybody that knows wrestling would know who this figure is. As far as articulation, arms do go around. Do get a bicep cut. Elbows single-jointed, hands back and forth. Waist articulation. Leg goes up, leg bends. Leg or ankle bends that way. Not a ton of articulation, as we always say. But it's nice to get the mask and the removable mask here. I'm here for that. Looking good. A good representation of Mick Foley. Is it the best? Is it the defining version of this era of Mick? Probably not. But still, gets the jobs done for what it is and what we got here. So very cool, Mankind. Now we turn our attention over to The Undertaker. And a little bit plain Jane for The Undertaker. We've had so many Undertaker figures in pretty much every one of his looks. Nowhere near his most iconic look here. He's got the black knee pads that look kind of strange. Just because the black is such a different color, it really kind of plays with your eyes there a little bit. He does got 2 black elbow pads as well. Got an old Fist of Fury, a taped Fist of Fury, and taped over here with a gripping hand. You do got all the tattoo work, and you even got the Sarah tattoo on his neck, which for some reason I feel like the Sarah tattoo wasn't around the time of this match. I could be wrong. Not really sure. I'm not really up on Taker's married life and his years of being married to different people, but for some reason I feel like this was a 2000s thing and not a late 90s thing. But I could be wrong, like I said. You got Taker, I think all day long, you know that's Taker in the head sculpt. Got the long flowing hair, got the goatee going on there. And then he's back in black like a young AC/DC, black everywhere. Got a little bit of those like kind of X's down the side of the legs. And that's about it. But a very cool Taker, just nowhere near iconic. But this is a great two-pack, especially if you're a kid playing. I think in the playing days, you would love to have these 2 heavy hitter characters entering into your Fig Fed. You get a breakaway table. This sounds like a great Friday night of all kinds of action adventure playing with your action figures. But a little bit to be desired on both of these figures, especially all these years later. But very cool for the time. And honestly, one of the greatest matches of all time. And one of the most memorable matches of all time, of course, was the Hell in the Cell match between these two. So very, very cool to get these. An iconic 2-pack at the end of the day. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? What are your thoughts on this Class Superstars 2-pack? Did you own it? Do you want it? Do you need it? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, and don't forget about the Patreon channel, where you can get early access to videos like this and everything else we do here on the channel. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it, it's all over there on the old Patreon. And it is truly your best way to support the channel and all of its content. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Mankind and The Undertaker, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.